all, thank you very much for coming tonight to our jazz band show choir final concert. I do believe the show choir has one more gig coming up in April. I'm not sure. It's a fundraiser, so keep your ears open for that. I'm not sure exactly what that is, so but it's going to happen, I think. Anyway, so one of the reasons why I'm up, by the way, I'm Mike Esser, I'm one of the choir directors here tonight. Again, I want to thank you for coming. Also, I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Shively and her crew for resurrecting Central Connection. It's awesome to have that back in our school again. Another few thank yous tonight. Also, thank you, Andrew, back there for lights and sound. Appreciate it a great deal. You don't have to clap for everybody. That's okay. Next, there. All right. Next, also, there's a series here, so just hold your applause and then let her rip. I really want to thank all the parents for all their support and help this year in making this group happen and getting your kids here and taking care of things that I probably don't know about, that I don't need to know about. So I appreciate that and all the help that you did and the successful fundraisers and the competition and et cetera. So that's really awesome. So thank you for that. Also want to thank my esteemed colleague, Mr. Hansberry back there, the arm flapper. Interesting things is always like, what is his facial hair going to look like this week? And it is an evolving thing. It's very impressive how fast that grows, I must say. So, and also, not only to Mr. Hansberry, but all the band. I know they just look like heads right now, but yay band back there. Also, behind the scenes that make sure that things happen, I asked them to kind of wave their little heads out here if they could, but I'd like to thank all the crew members that have been involved in making things happen this year. So, crew, step on up. All right, and then also besides the parents and everybody, Diane Olson, who actually helped create and recreate these costumes with me and Mr. Weaver. So I really want to put a big thank you to her and her right-handness that she always has, and the left hand she probably uses to sew. So thank Mrs. Elson for that. And also, we should give a shout out, even though he won't hear us tonight, but one of the main influences of this show every year has always been our awesome choreographer, Mike Weaver, who lives in Chicago. So we want to give a little shout out to Mr. Weaver. So for all of his efforts. And also, just because she's a friend of mine, the person who choreographed Central Connection this year is Ann Chapman. And she is a fine young lady who has been choreographing some awesome work in prep groups. So we want to click our fingers for Ann Chapman as well for making that happen tonight. All right, without any further ado here, all right, kids, you can go to your spots now. All right, so we'd like to present to you our theme, if you can't tell by the titles of the show, is all about time. And so I'd like to present to you the 2018-2019 version of GCS.
the tempo, jazz up the beat, kick up the band, check or tape in the street. Take to the floor now, don't be discreet. Soldier, cut loose, go and grab someone's weak, 'cause you deserve it. Go out and have a ball, 'cause you deserve it. Don't let the rhythm stall, 'cause when you got the call, you stood up proud and tall, and you deserve it.
Yeah.
The whole day town is ours tomorrow, nothing standing in our way. The whole dang world might change tomorrow, so we go for broke today. Making it count, taking that one shot we got. You just don't know where the night might go, from the Hudson Bay to the Milky Way.